So, I am Jerica Mifiolo from BTVT FSM3A. So, for the mission of Sorsogon State College, the Sorsogon State College is committed to provide industry-relevant programs that are anchored on a culture of research and entrepreneurship for the development of Sorsogon and beyond. Vision of Sorsogon State College, it is an institution with a culture of excellence in developing globally competitive and values-oriented leaders and professionals. So, for the qualification po, yung sa akin po is yung concurrency to. Bali po, hindi po lahat ng competency or hindi po lahat ng concurrency to is kinuha ko po. Bali, yung napunta po sa akin is yung preparing dessert lang, which is sa between po kasi sa cookery, food and bev, bartending, and bread and pastry, yung cookery po yung pinakamaraming competency. That's why yung pinili ko lang po is yung about sa pag-prepare ng dessert. So, yung cookery to qualification po, it consists of competencies that a person must achieve to clean kitchen areas, prepare hot, cold meals, and desserts for the guests in various food and beverage service facilities. So, for the learning outcomes po ng cookery in situ, preparing dessert is number 1 is to perform mise en place, number 2 is to prepare dessert and sweet sauces, number 3 is to plate, present dessert, number 4 is to store dessert. So, mise en place. So, it's pronounced as mise en place, translate to put in place. It means to have all of your ingredients, cookware, and the kitchen prep and ready to go before doing cooking or baking. So, yung mise en place po is a French term po siya for having all your ingredients measured, cut, peeled, sliced, grated, etc. So, before you start cooking. So, for example, yung pans mo ay ready na. Yung mga mixing bowls or tools, pati na rin yung ibang mga equipment is naka-ready na po siya. And then yung mga ingredients mo is naka-measured na or even naka-slice na po siya or naka-peeled na and even nakat na din po siya. So, mise en place in the home. So, on a very broad scope, mise en place means that everything in the kitchen should have a very specific place. Ideally, each piece of equipment, each utensils, each ingredients are always kept in their specific spot so that they won't always be found and easily accessed. So, yung basic example po ng mise en place sa loob ng ating bahay is kapag ka nagluluto po tayo ng meal natin. So, you should go first through your planned recipe before you start cooking and confirm that you have all the necessary ingredients and utensils while also making sure that they are ready for you to use. So, kahit po sa ating bahay is nagagamit natin yung mise en place. For example, kapag prepared muna natin yung mga ingredients na kailangan natin bago tayo mag-start ng cooking natin. So, yung mise en place simply is the pre-preparation of all the ingredients. So, the next po is to start baking. So, now that you are prepared everything, you can now start baking. So, dito po sa start baking, once na lahat ng ingredients, lahat ng utensils na gagamitin mo, as well as yourself is ready na po, you can now proceed to baking or even sa cooking. So, the next po is the ingredients used in making desserts and sweet sauces. So, the number 1 ingredients po is sugar. So, yung sugar po, it can be classified into brown sugar, which is the most common sugar, granulated sugar or refined sugar, and confectioner sugar. So, yung confectioner is yung ginagamit natin sa paggawa ng icing. The next ingredients po is gelatin, fruits, eggs, cream, butter, sweet sauces, and nuts. So, the next po is the 9 creative ways of presenting dessert. So, we eat with our eyes first. So, it is important to learn how to plate dessert properly. Prettily presenting your desserts is a cooking technique that makes for a pleasing visual feast before the spoon or fork is even picked up. So, number 1 ways is to use color. So, bring those dessert to life by adding a thing of color to them. So, A splash of color po can bring your desserts into life. So, all of the colors used is yung catchy para sa mga customer. So, 9 creative ways of presenting dessert. Number 1 is to use color. So, bring those desserts to life by adding of color to them. So, basically, yung nagpapaad ng buhay sa ating mga dessert is yung color niya. So, dapat maglagay tayo ng mga color sa ating dessert which is nakakaakit sa ating mga mata. So, the next one is painting as a metaphor. So, as unique as it might sound, imagine you have a blank canvas sheet in front of you. So, dito po sa painting as a metaphor, you'll just have to use your imagination and creativity. So, dapat imagine ka na parang yung plate is yung canvas mo. So, kailangan mong mag-paint doon using yung mga extraordinary ways na malalagay mo. So, the next po is the center of attraction. So, use an element in your dessert as the focal point and turn it into a showstopper. So, example po dito sa center of attraction is you can place po a slice of candied banana in the center po and allow the caramel sauce to drizzle from the side. So, this arrangement adds an element of fascination to the otherwise plain setting. So, dito po sa center of attraction, you'll just have to put sa center po at least one thing or one recipe po or ingredients na pwede po siyang maging center of attraction ng mga customers. So, the next one po is to mix texture. So, when the dessert plate is filled with different texture, it heightens the visual appeal of the dish and fills you with an anticipatory sense to relish the sweet. So, example po dito sa mixed texture is pwede nyo pong ipag-mix yung smooth dish like pudding with crumbs of bread and a soft marshmallow. So, basically, you'll just have to mix the texture which is the same. So, pag smooth, lahat ng smooth na texture, so, pwede mo po siyang ipag-combine. So, the next po is to assist the container. So, if you have plenty of garnishing and chocolate crumbs, serve the dessert on a large plate. So, kung alam mo naman dito na masyado nang marami yung garnish mo, is kailangan iserve mo siya sa mas malaking plate. So, you'll just have to kailangan mo lang i-assess yung lalagyan mo. Pag masyadong marami yung pang-garnish mo, piliin mo yung mas malalaking container. So, the next one is to get dramatic. So, use your imagination and get creative with the dessert. So, place a cheese velvet cake in the center and deck it with the piece of strawberry. So, dito po sa Get Dramatic, in plating dessert po, pinaka-better kapag gamit tayo ng imagination natin. And always maging creative tayo sa mga desserts na gagawin natin. So, in plating and even in doing the techniques of making desserts. So, the next one po is to cleaning tower of cakes. So, we suggest that you avoid decking the plate with a pile of cakes kasi po, malaki yung possibility na masira yung cake and eventually, it would ruin the entire presentation. So, next po is to garnish carefully. So, always bear in mind how the toppings will appear in the dessert plate. So, kailangan, bago ka mag-garnish is may idea ka na kung anong gagawin mo or may plan ka na kung ano yung dapat gawin mo and you just have to garnish it very carefully para yung interpretation niya is hindi masira. So, in storing dessert, for the macarons, you'll just have to put it in an airtight container and refrigerate it. So, for the chocolate-covered Oreos, put this on an airtight container for a room temperature and refrigerate it for 2 months. So, the next is the Oreo cookie balls. So, Oreo cookie balls are made of cream cheese, so it must be refrigerated. So, refrigerate it in an airtight container or temperature and for almost 1 week. So, cookies can be kept in the refrigerator for 1 week and refrigerate it for 1 week and at room temperature. So, decorated sugar cookie can be kept in an airtight container at room temperature for 1 week and can be refrigerated for 2 weeks. So, take note po that this coloration of the cookies can be resulted from refrigeration. So, the next po is the cupcake. So, refrigeration of the cupcakes and air can cause it to become dry. So, therefore, I recommend to put it in an airtight container. Next po is the cake. So, cake is almost the same as the cupcake. So, refrigeration of it and dry can cause also to dry it. So, we recommend to put it in a airtight container rather, and then wrap it in a saran wrap. So, the next po is yung CBLM. So, yung CBLM po is a competency-based learning material. So, it is a student-centered learning approach that provides the students with learning tools they need to learn in their own pace and make choices about the sequence of their learning. So, basically, yung CBLM po has 3 parts. So, number 1 is the information sheet. So, ito po yung mga information na dapat malaman ng trainer mo. Next is yung self-check. So, another is the answer key. So, ito po yung answer sa assessment mo. Next is the task sheet, operation sheet, and job sheet. So, ito po yung mga performance or yung mga gagawin ng trainer mo. So, yung importance po ng CBLM is it creates flexibility and it allows the students to progress as they demonstrate the mastery of the academic content. So, regardless of the time, place, and the phase of learning. So, the next po is the monitoring tool. So, it comprises of the next po is the monitoring tool. So, it comprises of training activity matrix, achievement chart, and progress chart. So, yung training activity matrix po, it can help you to evaluate whether or not your planned activities provide a focus sa students' goals. And makakatulong din po ito to ensure that there are ample opportunities in all the activities na binigay. So, next po is yung achievement charts. So, yung achievement charts po, it supports the teachers in making consistent judgments about sa mga quality ng mga estudyante niya, which is nakabase din po siya sa performance standards. And yung achievement chart din po, it provides a way to organize the knowledge and skills na yung mga estudyante mo is kailangan nyo ma-demonstrate. So, the next monitoring tools po is the progress chart. So, yung progress chart po, ito po yung pinaka-main goal po ng progress chart is to track children's learning or kahit yung behaviors po nito. So, pwede din itong gamitin to curve bad behaviors and para po maka-encourage din ng good behavior. So, basically, yung progress chart po is yung pinaka-aim lang niya is para matrack yung learning ng students niya and pati na rin po yung behavior. So, yung cookery in situ po or preparing dessert, that is basic competencies in that participate in workplace communication, work in a team environment, practice career professionalism, practice occupational health and safety procedures. And then for the common competency, it has develop and update industry knowledge, observe workplace hygiene procedures, so perform computer operations, perform workplace and safety practices, provide effective customer service. And then for the core competency, it has clean and maintain kitchen premises, prepare stocks, sauces and soups, prepare appetizers, prepare salads and dressings, prepare sandwiches, prepare meat dishes, prepare vegetable dishes, prepare egg dishes, prepare starch dishes, prepare poultry and game dishes, prepare seafood dishes, prepare desserts, and package prepared food, which is yung nakasign sa akin is yung prepared desserts. So for the assessment method, it has observation, written and oral examinations, and demonstrations. So for the evaluation and grading system, it has competent and not yet competent. So usually po, yung nakalagay lang po sa evaluation or yung grading system is competent or not competent. So for the record students' achievements in achievement chart, progress chart, trainees record book, certificate of achievement, and certificate of training.